Hey everybody, got a tornado warning coming. Should be on the map here. There it is. That is over southern Grant Parish. This is past Colfax. So if you're in the actual town of Colfax, that this storm is past you. But out toward Baghdad, right along 71 there, that's where this tornado warning is. So let me set things up here. Got a friend I'm texting who's right in the inflow region of this. He's a farmer, not a chaser, so I hope he's not out trying to get a look at it. But we've been texting, kind of talking about this one, and the thing is, I'm not seeing a ton on velocity. It just has that shape to it. You can see the hook right there between, or just west of Baghdad and Rock Hill. So if you're there, let's go ahead and seek shelter. Looking spooky in Pollock. Yeah, it's going to be loud up in Pollock. You got a ton of lightning with this. But that tornado warning right now, that is for southern Grant Parish. I'm not seeing much showing up on velocity, but you can see over the last half hour or the last hour, we have seen this cell really kind of curl up. So this could, down the line, impact extreme northern Rapides Parish as well. So Ball Tioga, keep an eye on this one as it continues on toward the east-southeast. Again, southeasterly flow into this. Chance for tornadoes very low, not non-existent here. But as I'm seeing it right now, I'd still be kind of surprised if we saw a tornado. Wow. He said sun's still out. And just for reference, and I'm going to show you, I actually have his location on my radar. Let me put reflectivity on. He's right in here. Let me see the roads here. Catlin Road. He's right on Catlin Road. So he's right in that area, right in that inflow notch, where what looks like an inflow notch. But when we go into the velocity, we just don't see, or I'm not seeing something that would say anything other than, hey, it's pulling inflow. And remember, it's west of Baghdad. So this is the inflow we're seeing right here. We're not seeing a tornado on the ground. I'm not seeing much going on radar. I'm seeing lightning flashing outside here in Alexandria, but we are not, from what I am seeing here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Alexandria camera. Over here. There's future track. We don't need that right now. All right, Alexandria right now. This is looking northwest. I've seen some lightning flashes. The reason I don't go true north is because we have that blocking here, the side of the tower. But looking further toward the west, we have another storm out here as well. This is more looking like west-northwest. Man, he said no wind, flat calm. So I am watching closely because, man, I mean, if I had a velocity on this thing that looked like it was about to produce a tornado, let me show you something here. Let me go back over to the, and I know this camera hasn't moved yet. I just moved the other one, so it'll move in a second. There it goes, and so it goes back to that. I was looking at the other one and talking to you about that, but this one is gonna go back left here, and then you can see that other storm with the lightning going in it there. So let's go to radar. And you can see, I mean, there's a bounded weak echo region, we call this. So basically, you've got the inflow coming in, you've got that rear flank downdraft punching out here, and that is showing, that is the area where if we had a tornado, it'd be between Catlin Road and Meade Road, Sparrow Road, and Tatamy Road. It would be kind of in that area, right in between those roads. If those sound familiar to you, then you need to seek shelter with this one. I don't see a massive velocity signature. I see something there, but it's not over the top. Let's go back to the camera. Just gotta, and I have that delay. So you're going to see, hopefully we'll catch this. But right over here, we're going to see a pretty cool lightning strike in a few seconds. Just for reference here, we're looking from Texas Avenue in Alexandria. The Coliseum's on the left side of your screen. The giant bolt of lightning's on the right side of your screen. So a lot of electricity in these storms, and we are going to see a ton of lightning out of these over the next little while until they start to really weaken. Just looking at other sources here just to see, because there are different views from different radars, and I just want to check it out. But I'm also going to pull up, let's see, I'm going to go see what they're saying in Lake Charles, if they're going to, let's see. Yeah, that tornado warning came from Shreveport. That's why it's so small, because it transfers over to the Lake Charles National Weather Service office when you get into Rapides Parish. So I'll read you the text on this tornado warning right now. Tornado warning for southeastern Grant Parish until 8:30. At 8:01, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Boyce. That's moving southeast at only 15 miles per hour. Tornado and quarter-size hail is the main threat with this thing. Going to be mainly over rural areas of southeastern, more like southwestern Grant Parish. Yeah, southwestern, southern Grant Parish. That's where this is going to be. It looks like a hail core possibly developing there from Baghdad to just west of Creola. But our main focus is going to be on that potential for a quick spin-up tornado out of this. Not seeing a ton. We're looking at 1,400 feet, so we're looking respectably low into this storm. We would see it if we had something going. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to wipe my nose. So yes, tornado warning continues. Let me go to the Shreveport radar. Yeah, kind of a meh signal there. Yeah, I don't see basically what happened. Let's go up here and take a look at this one with the velocity. Velocity. You can see there was a surge of wind that came out. Definitely looked like something was trying to develop there. Again, right around Caitlin Road over toward Baghdad, but it's pretty broad rotation. So I'm going to be monitoring the Lake Charles feed here just to see if they're going to plan on extending this or issue a severe thunderstorm warning on it or what. But I haven't even looked at the timing on this thing. That tornado warning goes until 8:30, probably owing to that slow motion at about 15 miles per hour. So we have a significant weather alert, special weather statement in effect for most of northern Rapides Parish, but you cross the line and you're in a tornado warning. So as you cross out there into Creola and Prospect, up north of Marlar Ford, that's where this tornado warning would be. If you are on 71 in Rock Hill, Baghdad, that area, you're under this tornado warning as well. But when I go into velocity, it's really tough to even see where there would be an area that's threatened by this. Even the inflow regions off to the east now, we're not seeing anything showing this that it's on the ground or anything like that, but it's full of lightning. Let me show you that. We have tons of lightning on this thing and these other cells. So 1, 2, 3 cells. Weak one there over Newton County, Texas. But these three, I'm guessing we're a little down on these numbers. Let's see. Down to 771. We were up over 1,200 earlier, but we still have that's for 3 storms. So if you're in Creola, Sims, Nugent, you're probably hearing the thunder in Ball, Tioga. I know you're hearing it in Boyce. Caitlin, Baghdad, you're right in the thick of this right now. I mean, the lightning's going to cover up the whole screen. I mean, you can't see anything. That's why we take it off. But you can see above my head. I keep seeing it, and it flashes a little later here. But that is that's the storm in Alexandria looking toward the northwest. Again, Coliseum's right about here. And then over to the right there, that is where we were seeing some of the stronger lightning earlier. But that lightning is becoming a little more widespread across this entire thing. So the northwestern view here, that's where we're looking right into this storm that is northwest of Alexandria. Then we have a little bit of a gap to the west, and then another cell there from Comrade to Alco, and that'll impact Simpson. Maybe Slagle getting brushed by that one, or these cells down here toward Anacoco. But the big game right now is that tornado warning over southern Grant Parish. And yes, I fully admit that I mentioned that the tornado threat is very low. It is very low. I don't think we had one. And as fast as velocity came up, this is from the National Weather Service in Shreveport, as fast as it came up, it came down. That's been the theme, because we don't have strong low-level wind shear. We have the instability. We have enough lift to generate thunderstorms, but that low-level wind shear is pretty darn weak right now. So they're expecting for this warning to be canceled early. They're not canceling it yet. There is still a tornado warning for Creola, Prospect, Rock Hill, Baghdad, and back to just north of Boyce. Remember, this does not carry over south of the river. That's simply because it crosses into a different weather service office, and with that velocity signature being pretty weak, they did not decide to issue a warning that covered both areas. So if you're in these areas, I would not breathe a complete sigh of relief, but I certainly like to let you know the good news when I have it. And for right now, I think things are looking pretty good with this cell. But still a lot of rain, tons of lightning, maybe some pea-sized to maybe half-inch hail. But I think the tornado threat with this one is coming down. And I don't think it was that high to begin with. So some good news for you there. Let's take a look at the lightning. You can watch this too on the app and the website. It's been acting so weird the last couple of weeks, but I just want you to know that everything is pretty much back. I think everything's cool with all that now. Even if the screens are gray, which I don't think they are anymore, you can still go over there and click on it and you'll see the live feed to this. So that is a current look at Alexandria right now. Everybody kind of hustling around trying to get home, I guess. And all we're seeing is lightning on this thing, just kind of a wall of rain that's going to be probably maybe a quarter to three-quarters of an inch. It's going to fall very quickly, maybe some small hail out of this, but mainly just heavy rain for about 15, 20 minutes, and then things are going to cool off and they are going to clear out. But that lightning, if you just want to watch it without being outside, putting yourself in danger and all that good stuff, you can do it through those cameras on the Cenla Weather app, or you can do that on the cameras. You can just AirPlay them to your TV. So severe thunderstorm warning continues over toward Jonesville. That is mainly for areas south of Jonesville, south of Highway 84. Let's put this in motion. And you can see that storm kind of sinking down to the southeast. Still some potential for hail up to 1 inch in diameter, maybe some isolated damaging wind as well. Small hail in Bela, thank you for that. Yes, tons of lightning out of this, but I don't think we are going to see, I don't think we're going to see a tornado with this one. And that's my main thing with this stuff is I'm going to go live for every tornado warning, but I'm going to call balls and strikes on this stuff. And if I see it as a major threat, I'm going to let you know. This one I think is more of a isolated damaging wind threat that's crossing into Rapides Parish right now. Actually, you can see that right there. But this storm looks like the threat for the tornado is pretty low here. One more time. I wish you guys could. You know what? You can. I sit here and do this stuff. Look at this. That's my cat. And she just lays there and looks at me like that the whole time. So you got that going for you. All right. There she is. She's crazy. Okay. So just to recap, tornado warning, that is in effect until 8:30. I think it's going to go away before that. Let's see if they're saying anything more, because I'm sticking with a tornado warning until it's completely gone. Oh, I see what I did. All right. As fast as velocity came up, let's see. We're watching it. Tornado warning coming out for the... Yeah, okay. So that's all old stuff. Yeah, I think this thing, especially with the strongest wind velocities now on the southern flank of this whole thing, I think that we're going to see that warning go away, because the most dangerous part of the storm is crossing into Rapides Parish. They're not issuing a warning on it because it looks like this. We see that all the time. That's not a tornadic signature right there. Possibly some strong gusty winds, but let's go over and look at the camera. It looks kind of interesting up there. Not tornadic or anything, but you can see maybe a little bit of a shelf forming or something, and there's a little bit of a lowering there, so let's keep an eye on that as this heads on in. Big flash of lightning there as well, but that would be the area we're watching just to the northwest of town. Lightning just a flashing away. I'll be back in like 10 seconds. I realized I have to turn something down on the stove. Right back. It's my goal to be groundbreaking in my coverage. I don't think a meteorologist has ever had to go turn down the stove. So, all right. So here is what we have. This is the camera view in Alexandria. Got a little lowering on here. I am watching to see what we have on radar back here on my phone. That's just what I do. So, but I'm watching that area pretty closely. I'm not going to lie. We're going to keep an eye on that one, because it looks like on radar there is another little kind of inflow notch on this, but I believe we're just kind of seeing that right there. So let's keep an eye on this on the camera. That's going to be our best way to see what's going on. But a tornado warning continues over southern Grant Parish for the next, let's see. Oh, they just canceled it. For the next 0 minutes. Tornado HQ says a tornado is coming through Pineville. No, that's not. I mean, I'm watching this right now. That's my main thing. We're going to keep an eye on that. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm doing some stuff here in the background. I'm going to time lapse that to see if there's any, because it's hard to see with this kind of view if we have much visible rotation in there. So I'm just going to do a quick time lapse request on this, and I'm going to see what's happened over the last few minutes. All right, I'm doing a 3-minute time lapse. That shouldn't take long. So that is the lowering I'm watching. Let me see if Okay, yeah, the arrow's there. So that right there, watching this area, if we were to see a spin up, that would be where it is. Looking at radar, it's fairly interesting here. Let me quickly go over to radar. I'd be abandoning this, but we have that wall cloud there, so or at least something that appears to be that. But they're down to significant weather alerts. No warnings are active right now. So why is Nick live? Because there's something interesting on the camera. You can see it above my head there, right? You can't. I can't hit the arrow with it, but you see it above my head. There is the area I'm talking about with the inflow. That's what we're looking at here. So we're gonna stick with this storm until it passes through, goes away, weakens, something like that. And I'm just looking because what we're seeing here is a few seconds delayed. It does look now a little more ragged, but definitely a lowering on this as it comes into town. I'm watching for power flashes or anything like that. Right now, it's just been pretty consistent lightning. But it's definitely going to be a rocking and rolling storm when it comes through, especially for northern parts. Pineville, Ball, Tioga, those areas, they're going to get impacted by this. But is that as a tornado or just a loud thunderstorm? At this point, I would lean toward it just being a loud storm. We definitely don't have a confirmed tornado, but I'm watching for any sort of, power flashes or anything like that under that lowering up there. You can see the lightning is almost continuous, and this storm's still about 10 miles away. All right, let me see if my time lapse is up. This is basically for me to go back and look and see if I can see... rotation, because a lot of times when it's kind of slow like that, it's pretty weak. You can't really see it with the naked eye, especially as the sun's going down. But I can see on a time lapse, as I speed up 3 minutes into like 10 seconds, then I can see it really well. So we'll just have to see how long this takes. Yeah, it's still there. Okay, it is loaded. Download now. But this is the area I'm watching right in here. Special weather statement. I get it. I don't see anything on velocity saying there's anything, but you can see above my head that little lowering that we're talking about. We're going to stick with this for now. I'll just show you. I don't really see anything strong. So this is just speeding it up. I'm going to speed it up to 2 times. This is that lowering a few minutes ago. And you can see... It looks like it kind of shrunk up and tightened up there. Let's do it again. I know it's quick. It was only a few minutes. But yeah, that's worth watching. I mean, that is a lowering. That is a wall cloud right there. We're going to go back to the live view on this and see what we have. But that is a few minutes ago, pushing into Alexandria from the northwest. So a good view on that one, and we are going to keep that view going. All right, let me go over... because radar is valuable, but cameras, I think, are more valuable. Whoops, that's just the back end of the cameras. So this is the area I'm watching. Let me move this over just a shade. This is looking northwest out of Alexandria right now. And the thing is, the nice thing about this storm is when they have a ton of lightning like this, we're going to be able to see everything that's going on here. And I saw that comment about seeing some like funnel looking stuff and Buckeye and everything. Yeah, I mean, this kind of stuff here can look scary. It possibly could become something like that, but right now the rotation that I saw when I time-lapsed it, fairly weak, but this makes it something for me to watch for sure. Hold on, let me see something. Yep, and Shreveport is watching this, and they're seeing the camera right now and just notified me of that. So this wall cloud right here is moving into, let me just pull you over to radar real quick and show you where we're looking. This is looking from Texas Avenue in Alexandria, looking toward the northwest as this lowering right here continues to move in from the northwest. Now, I have not seen any sort of power flashes, power outages, or anything like that, but you can see, obviously, there is plenty of lightning with this. Quick look at what we're seeing here. This is the line of storms that's drifting slowly to the southeast. Velocity showing a bit of rotation on this now, right there. So this area right here where we're looking, that's where we have that, that's where we're seeing this wall cloud. And I'm going to go back to the camera. I'm just going to keep radar up here. Actually, I'm going to keep doesn't matter. I'm going to keep the National Weather Service up here. So that is looking northwest right now, looking pretty ragged. I don't see anything that's close to touching down here, but there is most certainly a wall cloud on this storm as it heads into the northwest side of town. So we're going to keep the camera trained on that. Looks like some rain maybe getting a little bit out ahead of that. Looks like it's getting a little more misty out there, just not seeing the same visibility as we had a little while ago. It's also getting darker. So no tornado warning on this, no severe thunderstorm warning, but an interesting storm nonetheless as this heads in from the northwest to the southeast. This is heading to the southeast. This right now, what we're looking at here, this is pretty much along 49 or just north of 49. Probably around Rapide Station. It's a little northwest of Cracker Barrel still, so between like mile marker 90 and 94 and just north of the interstate. That's where we're looking right now, northwest Rapides Parish. Just some lowerings here, but confirming that there's not a tornado on the ground is a good thing too. So that's the best thing, I guess. But you can see, right? There's kind of the edge of that wall cloud. There's the other side of it. And when I did time lapse this, which I'm going to do a longer one, I'm just going to it's going to take a little while. These take a while because there's a ton. It's a big file. But I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to be watching this guy right here as well. So we got the camera up. If anything happens, we're going to see it. I lean toward it not happening again. We have weak wind shear in the low levels, but there's also outflow boundaries that are kind of shooting off, and that can cause a brief spin up. So if that happens, we're going to see it right here on the camera. Okay, hold on. Let me not talk for just a second. All right. Okay, got that going. Wall cloud is pretty much right here to right here. And I kind of have to just, whenever I get those flashes of lightning, I've got to see what's going on there. You know, and over the last few minutes, it doesn't look as pronounced perhaps as it did a few minutes ago. There is still no warning on it, and I get that. I mean, the velocity scans are not showing that this should be warned right now. And we don't have a confirmed tornado on the camera, so no need to do that. But there is some rotation within this. And when I say rotation, I think a lot of times people think, well, that's a tornado. You know, if it's no, I'm not talking low-level intense rotation. I'm saying the whole storm has a little spin to it there. But hold on, I just got a message from someone around Rapide Station. Let's see. Okay, not seeing much there. But yeah, strong storm moving into the area, moving into Alexandria. We are looking northwest from the Texas Avenue camera, which is at Cenla Broadcasting. And it looks like, you know, now it's more of a little bit of a lowering there, but it's not nearly as hard of an edge on both sides as we had. I'm going to go back to radar. I'm going to keep the camera up so I can view it. And you can view it too. You can go onto the Alexandria camera on cenlaweather.com, and then you can also go there on the app. In that lightning flash, I wanted to, yeah, you see there's another lowering right here. You can see that. It's a little better contrast there too. So when that lightning flashes, let's look right in here. Yeah, that looks pretty ragged. I don't think that would be imminently threatening, but now we're just kind of at the mercy of when the lightning strikes. All right, back to Facebook, back to the radar so I can show you what we're looking at. That's the rotation we're looking at that we're seeing here. It's not that strong. When I say rotation, again, I'm not talking tornadic circulation or anything. Reflectivity showing, let's go over the last hour and just kind of show you how this line continues to surge down toward the southeast, and it looks like we're getting a bit more of an acceleration to the south now. It seemed like we had a lot of that happening. It was kind of sliding to the east, and now it looks like this is more toward the south. New warning out here for Catahoula and Concordia Parish. That one looks like it has a pretty significant hail core. So real quick, if you're out there between like Deer Park and Monterey, this is going to slide down toward the southeast into your area. This should stay north of Acme New Era, but along Highway 15 there, this is going to cross and could put down some quarter-sized hail. Still no warning on this one. We had that tornado warning earlier. I am watching the feed here. I'm watching it, and you can see the camera above my head. So still seeing that little lowering directly above me, and like you can see it right. It's like on the left half of the screen now. That's where the stronger lowering is that I'm seeing. It looks like somebody sent me a video, so I'm going to look at that real quick. Turn the sound down in case anything wild and crazy. Lots of lightning and things like that. So they're at a shop on Rapide Station. So let's see. Making sure there's no damage here. It's like cars just going up and down the interstate, but it's bumping pretty good there. So there is the storm that we're looking at on radar, just north of Alexandria right now, impacting Ball, Tioga, getting into parts of Pineville. Boyce, you're in this one as well. That's severe thunderstorm watch up to the north. Don't worry about that. No more storms for you tonight. So things are looking good there. And Mom made it in. So yeah, the wind is insane. Where are you at, Bliss? Are you in this cell, or are you in the one out there in Concordia and Catahoula? Because you can see the ones that were forming out to the west here, they're weakening. So that instability is going away. Now these storms here, they're a bit more sustained here. We're seeing these lasting a little bit longer. Let me go over to the camera again real quick. I just saw something when I went to it on my end. Let me go to it for y'all. But like back here at the Toledo Bend camera, it's all gone through there. They're done now. Okay, I don't think I see anything imminent with this, but again, we're dependent on the lightning here, and this thing's getting pretty close to the camera site, so we would see power flashes if there were anything. I don't think there is. I don't think there will be, but when I saw that wall cloud earlier, I certainly wanted to stick with this and see if we had anything. And so far, we only have that warning out for Catahoula and Concordia Parish. There's not a confirmed tornado. You're by Marlar? Okay. There's not a confirmed tornado on this. We're looking at a lowering here on the camera. There was a tornado warning on this storm, and that big flash there showed us pretty well what we had. Please come to Pineville. You just put down fertilizer. Yeah, I've had a lot of people saying the same thing. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping we keep the severe weather away, but we keep we get enough rainfall, because I know a lot of people put fertilizer down and farmers need it, and it looks like at least some of us are going to get a little bit of rain. Had a lot going on up there around Winfield earlier, but this is about to move through Alexandria. If you are out at the airport, or if you're at AEX, you're probably getting in on the rain right now. This is just about to move into the north side of Alexandria, up toward where you cross toward Bulow. So you're getting the rain in there now. Velocity on this thing has been pretty diffuse. I'm not seeing the red and the green and the real intense colors right up next to each other, but it is kind of where we're seeing it. It's lined up with where we would think that would be. So for now, no tornado warnings. They even took the significant weather statement down. So things are looking pretty good here. I'm gonna make sure they're not gonna warn this before I go away, because I don't think, given what I'm seeing, I don't see a big issue with this one. But I want to make sure they don't see something I don't, because you need as many sets of eyes on this as you possibly can. They're watching it as of 8:25, watching the webcam from that location. Cool. I love that they're watching. I love that these cameras are here. I'm trying my best to find a corporate partner to put up 20 more. So trust me, I'm working on it. They're not cheap. I can't do it. I got what I have up there. But trust me, in severe weather events, we all are going to want these things. It's just an incredible thing to be able to look at that and say, okay, there was a tornado warning. There's not now, but we have this lowering on here. And then to monitor that and see it in real time, what's happening. I know we can't do that everywhere now, but that's my goal in the future, is to be able to do that for everyone. So, all right, let's see. Rocking at Timber Trails. No, we cannot get showers here. It either does this or nothing. That's how it rolls. This is Louisiana. It's like every time I hear someone planning an outdoor wedding, I'm like, you're in Louisiana. It's crazy. It's going to be hot. There's like 3 or 4 days a year where it's going to be perfect, and it's probably not going to be the day you got married. It's going to be hot, or it's going to be storming. But there's a little surge of wind there, again, up around Timber Trails. Somebody had mentioned Timber Trails. Let's see the pixel on this here. Let's see what kind of wind. Again, this is up a little higher. This is a couple thousand feet up. We're seeing 40, 50 miles per hour. and it's possible some of that gets down to the surface. I think the gusts would be mainly 40 to 50, kind of manageable, but not non-existent for sure. Just watching the camera over my head. You guys get to see my ADHD brain work as I go to like 19 different screens, and it's kind of what I kind of love doing that, though. It's kind of how I roll. So yeah, no warning on this. They're watching it. They're watching the camera. If they see something, they're going to warn it. Let me go back and show you the big view on this camera here. In fact, I'm going to shift it just a shade to the right. And that won't take effect for a few seconds for you. You kind of know how this works. But I'm looking a little more due northwest. And I did that because you can see there is still that little bit of a lowering right there. Nothing imminent, though. Let me go back and just for my own sanity, I'm going to download this other time lapse. There, it moved. So watching here on the right side, right about here. That's the area, yeah, right in there. That's what we're watching. Okay, I'm just adjusting my stuff here. I'm watching. This is from 10, 15 minutes ago. I'm curious as to kind of how this storm is coming together and what the processes were that were going on in it. And it really, once we had that wall cloud that was pretty significant, and we could see that for a good 6-7 minutes, and then it becomes more ragged, and it looks like there was a little bit more outflow dominance to it, but they just gusted to 47 miles per hour at AEX. So that's going to prompt a special weather statement to be issued for the area for gusty wind. Maybe some small hail. I think this is mainly going to be gusty wind. But if you have the chance, I mean, I don't think anyone's going out for a big Tuesday night party. But if you had to leave now, maybe wait 30 minutes and then it'll be gone and you will not have to deal with all this madness. And you might even have a little lower humidity. A lot of lightning still going on with this thing. Let me go back to the radar. And if all I see is that significant weather outlook, and then we have that supercell producing hail out in Concordia Parish, it's out of Catahoula now. Other than that, that's the only game in town. So it's about to rain and thunder here in Alexandria. You know I'm going to keep an eye on all this stuff. I'm going to be watching it very closely. And if I need to jump back in the chair, I will be on in like 10 seconds. So I will see you back here if need be. I'm going to look through all your reports and everything. I see the power blinking in spots. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are such a good group. You're nice to me and things like that. It goes a long way. I hate negative comments and all that. Man, I don't see them here. Thank you for being great. And if I need to, I'm going to jump back on here later this evening. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow morning.
No matter the weather, Alexandria Emergency Hospital is always here for you. Rain or shine, our doors are open 24/7 to provide the care you and your loved ones need fast. Every second counts, and Alexandria Emergency Hospital is here to help you through any storm.